starting a team, if there was a 1-year draft, okay, for one player, and you get the first pick based off of what has happened this year from all 30 teams.
Easy.
It's easy,
Shohei
right?
Ohtani.
And there's not even a doubt.
No.
That's against Shohei Ohtani. He deserves to win all these MVPs he's going to win if he keeps playing like this.
I mean, I guess there's two things here. What's Aaron Judge's ERA? I'm serious.
And 3 years later, history proves to be a huge indicator of what is to come in the future, as Aaron Judge is in the same position as he was back then, just with a new contender in the ring. What's going on, guys? King161st Gen. I'm back another video, and Aaron Judge this year has put on what can only be described as one of the best offensive seasons in MLB history. Why is it that? Well, I'll tell you. Aaron Judge is first in Major League Baseball in average, first in on-base percentage in Major League Baseball, first in slugging percentage in Major League Baseball, first in WRC plus in Major League Baseball, and first in FWAR in Major League Baseball. Aaron Judge is only one of a few handful of guys to lead the entire Major League Baseball in average, on-base percentage, and slugging percentage. So few that when you try and look this up, they will give you stats from guys who won the regular Triple Crown. They will give you guys who only did this in one league. They can't even quantify how good of a season this is because it happened so few amount of times. From what I could see, the last time this was done was in 2004 by Barry Bonds. And before that, it's up in the air. Some places say it was Stan Musial. Some places say it was Ty Cobb. Others say it was Ted Williams. We will never know. This is how historic Aaron Judge's season is that you need basically a quantum physicist to figure out how many guys have been in Judge's position. And the only thing that will hinder Aaron Judge in these arguments is that Aaron Judge himself has seasons that are better than this by certain respects. 2024, better by OPS plus and WRC plus. 2022, when he broke the American League home run record, that season was better in WRC plus and OPS plus. This whole debate is spawned by his own success. If he had not had those 2 seasons, we would not be sitting here right now arguing who is the MVP, because Aaron Judge would be the rightful winner in everyone's eyes. But he is not, because there is, like I said, another contender in the ring. His name is Cal Raleigh. Cal Raleigh on offense this year, 19th in on-base percentage, 3rd in slugging percentage, 97th in average, 4th in WRC plus, 2nd in FWAR. And that is very important because Cal Raleigh's main argument here is the fact that he is a catcher. The fact that his job is so hard as a catcher and he's so good behind the plate that his defensive value should outweigh what Judge's value offensively bring. Okay, let's look at some of those values that are quantified in stats. Framing run value. He is 6th in Major League Baseball. You know who's ahead of him? Austin Wells. Blocks above average. Another one of the biggest keys to being a catcher. Cal Raleigh, 58th. Austin Wells, 37. So it just makes you think, what is so special about Cal Raleigh's defense? Well, I'll tell you. Cal Raleigh is living off of 2024, where he won the Platinum Glove. This gets brought up numerous times when we're talking about this MVP debate. Cal Raleigh is a Platinum Glove defender, doing this while putting up such offensive stats. 2024 should not be transferred to 2025. Just because he won the Platinum Glove in 2024, that should not make it so that Cal Raleigh is now a Platinum Glove defender every single year. That Platinum Glove is earned every single year. And this year, he has not earned that award. I'm sorry. His other claim to fame is the fact that he has 58 home runs. By itself is fucking fantastic. I don't want to come off in this video like I hate Cal Raleigh. Cal Raleigh has had a historic year. This might be one of the best power hitting catching seasons of all time. This might be the best offensive season in Mariners history. But what Cal Raleigh is doing has been done numerous times in the past. Multiple players in MLB history have hit 58 home runs. I can tell you right now, a lot of those guys were better in the slash lines than Cal Raleigh. A 247 batting average while being 19th in on-base percentage at around 360. Yes, he's third in slugging percentage. Again, a lot of that being carried by the home runs. And the biggest argument against Judge in this is, well, after the flexor strain, Judge hasn't played the field since. And when he has hit the field since that injury, he hasn't been able to throw effectively, which in turn has affected his defensive value. Well, that's where F-WAR comes into play, because F-WAR takes defensive value into account and gives credit to harder positions to play, like catcher. And even with those boosts due to the fact that catching is harder, Aaron Judge has a 9.2 F-WAR and Cal Raleigh has an 8.8. So really, the argument there kind of falls on its face. Now let's talk about what's really going on here. Why is Aaron Judge right now all of a sudden being outcasted for MVP? What has changed over the past week? It's voter fatigue. Aaron Judge has now won 2 MVP in 2 of the last 3, 2022 and 2024. Voters right now are tired of Aaron Judge. Voters right now are sick of giving Aaron Judge his flowers. Voters want someone new. And why do they want someone new? Because they hate to give it to a Yankee. Back in the day, people used to say that there was a Yankee bias where if you were on the Yankees, you would get favorable treatment by the voters. Well, now the voters have heard that for the past few decades, and now have completely flipped the dial to where any chance a Yankee is on these ballots, they will find any reason to not give them the award. They had no choice in 2022. They had no choice in 2024. And right now they are trying their hardest to create a choice in 2025. When I have listed to you all the reasons why Aaron Judge is the MVP, to the point where most people out there are creating hypothetical reasons on why Cal Raleigh should earn MVP.
This is not to take anything away from a guy who may be the best hitter of this generation. How much different would this entire rotation look if Cal Raleigh wasn't their catcher? Every single one of these guys raves about how much they love throwing at Cal Raleigh, how much better Cal makes them on a daily basis, how hard he pushes them. Does Logan Gilbert have half a WAR less than he's got right now? Does Brian Wu have half a WAR less, a win less than he has right now?
You mean to tell me that a rotation, Luis Castillo with Brian Wu, with George Kirby, with Logan Gilbert, that Mariners rotation is a superstar rotation. Their only issue over the past few years has been offensive production. You're telling me that that crew, a Luis Castillo who made all-star games in Cincinnati, guys like Logan Gilbert, Brian Wu, some of the most talented pitchers in Major League Baseball, that they could not put up similar numbers without Cal Raleigh behind the plate? Do people forget that Blake Snell won Cy Young with Gary Sanchez as his designated catcher? The same Gary Sanchez that Yankees fans booed out of town because he couldn't catch the ball. These pitchers are not as reliant on their catchers as you would make them seem. Yes, certain pitchers have a preference over catcher. Like Garrett Cole used to always want Higashioka. That doesn't mean Garrett Cole would not be Garrett Cole without Kyle Higashioka. So to use the argument, Cal Raleigh is the reason the Mariners pitching staff is what it is disrespectful to that rotation. A fucking stud. That's the one thing the Mariners have done right over the past few years, outside of 2025, is the fact that they built such a dominant rotation. To give that credit to Cal Raleigh is absolutely insane. I did this 3 years ago, hoping something could happen, and lo and behold, Aaron Judge ended up winning that award. And now in 2025, I have decided to do the same. One disclaimer here: if Cal Raleigh over the next 6 games decides to hit 5 home runs and break Aaron Judge's record, this video probably wouldn't work, because Cal Raleigh at that point would have broken the American League home run record. And although he is basically a home run or bust, that gives voters all the narrative in the world that they need to rob Aaron Judge. But if he doesn't, Aaron Judge has a shot. Aaron Judge has a shot to be judged fairly if Cal Raleigh does not go off for 5 home runs. There was a lot of news that came out today but I decided I had to make this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like down below. If you're new here, hit that sub button. What do you think? Who is your MVP this year? Let me know in the comments. It's gonna be a fun ride this next week. A lot of big matchups in Major League Baseball and this MVP race that's coming down to the wire. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out of here. Take care and peace.